Om Shanti. When was the last time you experienced the emotion we call gratitude? Can you remember? Perhaps when it happened, you put your hand over your heart. Or perhaps you caught your breath. And perhaps you even closed your eyes as if to savor it for a moment. Probably the flow of time ebbed or even stopped for you in the moment, because that's what gratitude does for us. It stops us in our tracks. We're recognizing an exchange of some sort, that something is happening to us that feels really good. And that feeling is an acknowledgement of a gift or of giving. And in response, our system knows to just slow down and take it in, as if to fully absorb that good feeling. Are you familiar with gratitude? Are you someone who experiences it regularly? And are you familiar with the signs of it that your body acknowledges, of that your body emits in a state of gratitude? As if to say, this is what gratitude feels like. But perhaps not. Perhaps gratitude is too strong a word for you, too strong of an emotion, or too loaded of a word for you to even consider having a gratitude practice. And perhaps the word gratitude doesn't really cut it, or it doesn't meet the fluctuations you have in your life. Perhaps you'd like to have that feeling but feel trapped or impeded by circumstances and conditions in your life that prevent you from feeling gratitude. Like gratitude is out of reach, as though it's on a shelf that's too high for you. Well, keep listening, because this one shift in perspective may change your life. Gratitude is a good feeling, like I'm having right now, with the air moving through me and the smell of these wonderful flowers. Gratitude is a good feeling on a continuum of good feeling, and the quieter form of gratitude is simple appreciation. Appreciation is a word less laden with meaning. Each of us knows what thirst feels like and what the slaking of that thirst feels like with the sip of cold water, right? We all know that feeling. It's very simple. Stopping and feeling appreciation allows it to deepen and allows the feeling to drill down a little deeper neurologically in our mind, in our bodies, and it roots there as if to expect it, as if more appreciation will follow. So how does your body feel in that situation of appreciation, we'll call it, right? What happens in your mind at that moment, mind and body? And what does appreciation feel like for you? Can you recognize it when it comes along? And then the question is, can you sustain it? So the practice of appreciation, and there is such a thing, is apprehendable to nearly everyone. So, but what I mean by that is that there's really nothing to stop most of us from feeling appreciation and from being able to capture it and then work with it and teach ourselves to expect it. It doesn't require the acknowledgement of another person. We don't have to write any thank you cards necessarily. We're not obliged in any way to respond to another human being with our appreciation. Often it goes unnoticed because it's not such a big deal, but it's a simple practice. And it doesn't require a belief system, you know, it's not like gratitude, which is kind of wrapped up with grace, which is wrapped up with Christianity. It's a simple practice and you can start right now, even in this moment. So imagine that you opened your refrigerator today and found your favorite food in there that you had forgotten about. Your dog approaches you wagging its tail. Oh, doesn't that make you feel loved and appreciated? Maybe you noticed birdsong this morning at first light. Anything can inform an appreciation practice. Anything is worthy of our appreciation. If it sends off those signals, anything, almost anything is worthy of our tuning in to the moment of appreciation. The green glow of a tree, the sock that warms the foot, the hello from a stranger, right? Light touches, it's light, it's not heavy. And there's no obligation, there's no requirement of you. So close your eyes. We can practice right here, right now. Close the eyes, and if that's uncomfortable for you, then keep them open just a little bit and just stare down the bridge of the nose, the end of the nose, if that's more comfortable for you. So going back in time from now, was there a moment in your day, today, when you felt relief of any kind, when you felt restored at all, when you felt the moment tapped you on the shoulder and caught your attention and made you feel that pleasant feeling of appreciation, like, oh, I'm glad for that dog and its tail wagging. I'm grateful to that, not grateful, appreciative of that stranger who smiled. So close the eyes and just feel it. Remember back. And as you find a moment in your day, a moment of appreciation, can you remember the feeling? Was there anyone with you? What was going on in the sky at that moment, or in your mind at that moment? And what was the body telling you in that moment? Did the heart slow down, or did it quicken? What were the particular physical sensations? Come back now. See how light a practice that is. It doesn't have to be a big deal. Appreciation and recognition of it will slow down time and relieve anxiety temporarily. It's an antidote to ill will, or a mind that can't settle, or a general malaise. It's like a bright light in a sea of darkness, simple appreciation. It feels so good that we may decide we want more of it. And we can ask, okay, what else might I appreciate today? If you have felt your life thin or lacking color, or if you've been bored, an appreciation practice is the antidote to those things. And it turns us from that general blurry malaise into a kind of vividness, an understanding that there is a feast of life waiting for us that we may sample from, as though it's giving you back. Life itself is giving you back what you've been craving. and you have only to offer your attention to it. The five senses are a great place to begin an appreciation practice, and you can start appreciating things with your eyes. Right? That one's pretty easy. There's beauty all around. There's beauty even in concrete, if you look hard enough. The skin, the sense of touch. What does your skin feel? You can appreciate through your nose, what's coming in through the nose, what's lingering on the tongue, and what's coming in through the ears. And if you can't leave your apartment, then look out the window and open the window and watch the feast come to you. So you see how by determining to look for appreciation, you are changing your future also. You're looking for things to appreciate, and that's what you find. When you bump into a moment of appreciation, try and stick with it. You can close your eyes, hold the feeling, go through the feeling, like exactly what's happening inside your system, your whole system, in a moment of appreciation. And the longer you can stick with that feeling, the more it will embed itself in your neural paths, neural pathways. It's simple, simple, and keep it simple so you don't get bogged down by it. Appreciation can remain very personal and private. You do not have to share your findings with anybody else. You don't have to write a thank you note to the sock that is keeping your foot warm or to the water that you're sipping. It takes very little effort, and your appreciation itself is the giving back in that moment, is the relativity part. We can think of appreciation as a flow that is moving through us, because once you get going on this appreciation practice, man, you realize you're in a river. You are in a river of beautiful things, of things to savor, of things to feel pleasant about. And there is a phrase that we summon when we experience relief, right? We say, thank goodness. Well, that works too. The interesting thing about feeling a need to give back, a need to thank somebody or something, is that it's natural, right? If someone gives us a gift, we naturally want to give back. It's some kind of balance that's being maintained. But that thank you can start to feel like a burden, and you're not sure how much to give back and what's actually equal. And you know what, I probably owe her for years of thank you, so I'm going to give her something really big, and then you get all worried about that. You know, how much is enough? Maybe you haven't been thanked much in your life either. So these things can become a burden. With an appreciation practice, keep it private, keep it slow, go slow, keep it personal, and just notice how it feels in your body and in your mind to step into the flow of appreciation. Thank you for your kind attention. I will give thanks for it, because that's just what I do. And if you have been served at all by this, let me know in some way or another, or not. You don't have to let me know. Imagine that it's working for you. I am Judy McLean at the Grace School of Yoga. Om Shanti, 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 with love in my heart. Namaste.